Welcome to Jest World YouTube channel, where we live, learn, adventure and charity. We talk about finance, personal development, travel and community service. If you're interested in this kind of content, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. We post on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. East Africa time, and sometimes on Fridays at 1 p.m. East Africa time. In today's video, we are going to share a few travel tips. If you have not watched our previous videos on travel, I'm going to link them down below so that you can catch up before you watch this one or after you watch this one. This is a continuation of our last travel video where we talked about use of reputable transport companies as our first tip. But then apparently the previous one became too long, so we had to do two. So I will not dwell on the previous one, so I'll go straight to the next item. The next thing you need to do is you need to notify your friends or family where you will be going. Don't surprise your families by just disappearing. Even if you live alone, at least tell someone. Let all the time, especially if you're going to a foreign town or country, ensure someone knows your whereabouts in case of anything. And ensure every time someone is updated as to where you are at different time. I don't know, it's not like you're being policed, but at least it's important to have someone who, in case of emergency, because emergencies happen, they would be able to have an idea of where you are. Our next tip is ask locals for advice. Before you start moving around the new neighborhood, just ensure you get to be advised by the locals on which neighborhoods are safe and how to go about it. Some places you'll be told, oh, this place are risky for foreigners. This place people are able to identify that you're not a local and you can expose yourself to risk and all that. So to avoid that, just ensure you familiarize yourself with the safe neighborhoods. The next tip is be aware of your surroundings. Whenever you're moving around, just be sure that you don't feel like you're unsafe. And in case you feel unsafe, always trust your instincts and get a way of getting out of the unsafe situation, or seek help as to how you can avoid being in such a situation. The next tip is try to blend in with the locals to avert being scam preyed. You know, when they see a foreigner, obviously they would assume maybe this is someone who has money, quote unquote. That is why they are coming for a holiday. So they would tend to look at you from a risky perspective. That is, they can prey you. So the best thing is try dress like locals. Don't act like you're lost. In the modern times, we have Google Maps. So even if you're lost, just get a way of finding your way to your destination. And if you can't get to your destination, you can call your destination. Obviously, if it is a place where they have say a phone, or you can find out. The safest way I have always thought or considered to be efficient is using the security guards. If you see either a policeman or a security guard outside the building, not just walking around, they really help in giving directions, one, and you kind of feel safe because they wouldn't be interested in following you. I don't know what you usually do when you're lost. What is your hack? How do you find your way? How do you feel safe asking? If you are in a city which has quite a number of motorbikes, they are also really very helpful. You can always find direction using the riders, and they can also take you to your destination. They are also fast. So yeah. The other 2 tips, which are also in line with your security, is first, ensure you use the right bag. For ladies, you can always consider using a sling bag to reduce the chances of being grabbed. You can also put it across. It increases your security. I don't know whether this hack works for everyone. That works for me. Comment down below which hack works for you when it comes to carrying your bag. And of course, the next part is, don't wear flashy jewelry. If you already look like a foreigner and then you have additional valuable items, most likely you will fall prey of robbers. So avoid if you can. Also, for your security, for those who enjoy a drink responsibly. Don't let yourself so loose until you can't find your way to your accommodation. Imagine you have gone out to a restaurant and you can't get back to your apartment or your hotel because you don't know your way. I mean, if at least it's your home, some people say, for those who drive, that even the car knows home. So if you're not in your town, you may find it difficult to get your way back to your accommodation place. The next tip is, be smart about your money. It is advised that you carry cash and credit or debit card so that at least you're able to alternate or ensure the places you cannot use a card, you have cash to pay. But we said in a previous video that it is very important to split your cards or your money into different bags to avert any loss, and then you're stuck, you don't even have transport back to your town. You can always put one card in one bag if you have more than one, that is, or you can put cash in one bag and card in the other. I mean, we are all sorted. Even if you have cash, you can split it into 2 or even 3. If you have more than 2 bags, you can split it, just to be sure that you have cash flow. Remember, you're in a foreign town, so you may not always get money easily like you do when you're in your town. Comment down below with hacks and tips that you use when you're moving around a new town when you have traveled. Thank you so much for watching this video and always watching our videos. For my Premier Gang and returning subscribers, thank you so much for your continued support. We value you. And if you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. To our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining the family.